Hey Gab, YouTube, Facebook, it's Kevin Newsom, weighing in very briefly on a subject of huge importance for those of us, especially living in the United States, but ultimately for the entire world. And that issue is the collapse of the American empire. What we're seeing today with the natural disasters that are piling up in our country is truly just the beginning of the fall of the American empire. And so I ask you, are you prepared to deal with that? At this point, I would venture to say that most people are not prepared, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, for what's coming up. We have recently had the biggest natural disaster in American history with Hurricane Harvey here in Houston. I lived through that. I survived that, and thank God came through unscathed. Many of my fellow Houstonians did not, and many other Texans and Louisianans did not either. What's coming though in the future with Hurricane Irma, which is going to be a record-setting hurricane wherever it lands, to be followed by devastating earthquakes. What's coming with these natural disasters is the degradation of the American system as it stands now. We've got some tough choices to make in the very near future. We're going to have to prioritize and think about what is most important for the Republic. And that will ultimately mean adjusting some of our foreign policy goals and objectives. So I ask you, what will you do when the American empire collapses? Are you ready? Some people would say they're ready, and very few would actually applaud the fall of the empire. I take a realist approach to this subject. We need to prepare for this fall. We need to prepare as best as possible for all the natural disasters coming our way. Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. All of these stand to tremendously impact our way of life. So we need to begin thinking of the best way to move forward for the Republic. And ultimately that will mean reprioritizing some of our foreign policy and our foreign defense commitments. I don't mean to say this to alarm anybody. That is the last thing I want to do. What I'm attempting to do with this message is to wake up my fellow Americans and say, the empire is going down, it is collapsing. And what's going to be the precursor or leading edge of this wound will be the series of natural disasters that we've encountered now and that are coming up in the future. So I say be prepared for this, not only for the immediacy of the natural disasters, but for, in the middle term, for the collapse of our current imperial system. I'm working hard to come up with suggestions on the best way to move forward after the collapse. I know that all of you out there are doing the best you can to get through in these troubled times, and I encourage you to keep working hard to do that. Take a lesson from Houston. Learn to work together, to come together and show great teamwork through adversity. If you do that, you're already ahead of the game. So wherever and whenever you are, I say God bless you. I'm thinking of you. And let's pray for all of those in the path of these terrible natural disasters. Thanks and God bless.